superstition. It's something that everyone I know seems to have in one way or another. From the faithful to the faithless, I found that everyone has their own beliefs and fears that affect their decisions in life, be it on a small scale or a massive one. I've never experienced this sensation, as I have never felt superstitious, never experienced faith or fear as a result of those two things. I've always wanted to understand what drives people to superstition and faith, and so in this film, I will be challenging my own belief system by exposing myself to some of the most extreme examples of these two phenomena. You join me here, where I'm hoping to address one of the most well-known tools of superstition and faith in pop culture today: Ouija boards. That's why today I'm here at the St. James Episcopal Church in Stonehaven to speak to my long-term friend Edward Dickens about what I plan on doing next. So why don't you start off by introducing yourself?
My name's Edward Dickens, and I'm a vestryman and altar server here at St. James Episcopal Church in Stonehaven.
So I'm here today because, as you know, I'm making a film all about superstition and faith. And for the finale of that film, I would like to use a Ouija board. When I first told you that, you seemed slightly concerned, to say the least. And as a result of that, I thought, let's have a conversation, and I'm going to ask you what the risks are of using one.
Yeah. Well, when you're using a Ouija board or tarot cards or something like that, you're opening yourself up to attention from demons. And when demons are concerned, the number one thing really to remember is that you're not endangering your life. You're endangering something potentially far, far worse. Because they don't want to kill you. If you die, they've lost, that's it. They want you to suffer. And they want all of humanity to suffer, because humans are made in the image of God. We are, if you like, part God, and they hate that.
So this might sound like a stupid question, but what actually is a demon?
A demon is an evil spirit whose only goal is to spread temptation, suffering, and especially fear. Going back to Ouija boards, they're not inherently evil. They're not some haunted board game. It was meant to be for children. That's how they were originally marketed. But that's why they're so dangerous, because they're the most common object that a demon knows we associate with them. And they use that to their advantage. They play on our fear.
So if I was to go through with this, would you accompany me when I go to use a Ouija board?
I'll come with you, but I won't participate.
What would you do?
I'd pray. I'd pray for you and for us and for safety.
Hey mate, entering into realms of spirits, it's a very dangerous thing, and believe me, it is real stuff. You might end up with entity attached to you, which you don't want.
Johnny, I think this is not something you should be playing with.
Just promise me one thing, you want to mess about with those Ouija boards.
Hello again. You're probably wondering why you're seeing me in my living room right now and not me using the Ouija board that was just on your screen a second ago. the answer to that is we did use the Ouija board. We filmed the whole thing and it took about 4 or 5 hours. But after watching back the footage more times than I can count, it's become apparent to me that it doesn't translate well to video. It doesn't tell you a story, and without making this film 3.5 hours long, the best way to tell you what happened that night is just to tell you what happened that night. So, first of all, did the planchette move? Yes, it did. And this surprised me at first. Oh, I don't like that. But I wasn't really afraid. In the back of my mind, I'm asking, is that a demon or a spirit willing this to move, or is someone in the group subconsciously moving it? Am I subconsciously moving it? But it did move. The next question was, did it spell anything out? Did it tell us anything? Did it answer any of our questions? And the answer to that is no. The planchette moved very randomly, picked out random letters or seemingly random letters and numbers, which seemed to have absolutely no significance whatsoever. And the next question, and for me the most interesting one, was, did you feel scared? And the answer to that is yes. If there are any spirits in this room, please make yourself known using sound. I was nervous at first, but not afraid. Towards the end of the evening, though, I felt categorically terrified, and I couldn't tell you why, until this one moment in particular, where I asked if anyone was in the room with us. Is there anyone here with us right now? And suddenly there was a sound behind me. We all heard it. We all looked to see what caused it. Would you like to speak with us?
Could you do me a favour? Could you say goodbye?
Thank you and goodbye.
She said I was starting to feel a bit sick.
Did you hear all that?
Yeah. My chest started hurting.
Yeah, I'm freaking out a wee bit then.
I'm not freaking out, but my chest's hurting.
That one moment alone was enough to leave me with a niggling doubt that, was there something? And I can't say conclusively yes or no, but for that reason alone, I now feel like I need to do it again. I probably need to jump into this a bit further, a bit deeper, and explore it more. And so whilst I'd really like for this to be a nice, neat conclusion to a film, the truth is, this is probably the beginning, not the end. And so thank you very much for watching, but I'll see you next time in episode 2.